Alright, so apparently Meek dropped today. I wasn't aware that he was gonna drop, but he did. Dropped an album called Championships. It's 19 tracks long. It's over an hour long, so I'm not gonna waste any of your time with this intro. I'm gonna get right into it. The first track is intro. Thank you all for being here. All my social media is on screen. I'd love it if you'd follow me. Like the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Support the channel on Patreon if you'd like to become a patron for as little as $1. I'd really appreciate it if you did any one of those things. My name is Doug. For those of you who don't know, welcome to my channel. This is Championships by Meek Mill. No way they got the Phil Collins sample for this. That must be expensive, dude. Yeah.
All my friends, you go to Hollywood, you call the jungle action with niggas that is smoking, go and murder your brother at the fucking house. I heard your daddy was a rat, so you a fucking mouse, nigga.
Alright, that's not really clever, but okay. They got the drum fill, yo. Yeah, alright, now we're talking. Alright, so that was the intro to this project. You know, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. It's not amazing. It's a dope track, don't get me wrong. I just feel like it takes a little too long for the actual beat to drop and for the track to pick up some energy, you know? It feels a little too dead in the beginning, you know? But I guess it is kind of like an introduction, and what I'm trying to say is I'm giving this track the benefit of the doubt because it is an introduction. That would be inexcusable for me, that intro that slowly built up to the actual beat, if this track were not an introduction track, but it is. So I don't know if I'll come back to this, if I'm being honest. I think the sample is really dope. If you're gonna sample In the Air Tonight, you've gotta have that famous drum fill in there, and they put it in there. So yeah, that was really the only thing that I wanted out of this track, and I got it. I got a dope beat, I got a really cool sample, I got an energetic Meek Mill, a braggadocious Meek Mill, who basically just said a lot of the stuff that he usually says, you know, talking about life in the streets, and they didn't want me when I was broke, and now I'm here, and look, I made it, and things like that. So it is going to be tough to listen to Meek for 19 tracks if this is his only subject matter, because I feel like this is always his subject matter. So we'll see what he's got for us. But yeah, those are my opinions on that track. It's cool, but it's not incredible. Track 2 is Trauma.
My mommy used to pray that shit, see me in jail. It's fucked up, she got see me in jail. On a visit with Lil Poppy, even though I see it for you look even stupid and try to press them people in power with power abusers. For $44 an hour, can't call your son, call your daughter just to wish them on prime. Oh God, don't let them streets get a hold of them. Your daughter fucking now, it's gonna be a cold summer. And them people ain't finna get over road to you.
Yeah, that's tough.
We all hanging with a noose on our neck.
This sample's really dope.
Could've put him in a cop car, but they let him just bleed. The ambulance are coming, baby, just breathe. Stand up, you want to play for a team, and all his teammates ain't saying a thing.
Yeah.
If you don't stand for nothing, you won't face one.
This is it. Yeah. The beat's not extremely interesting, but his lyrics on this track completely make up for it. This is awesome. This is what I'm looking for. I want a Meek Mill who is frustrated with his situation because he just got out of prison for something stupid, honestly. He shouldn't have been given that much time. I want to see a Meek Mill who's frustrated with the system, who's angry. I want to see that energy. I want to see that emotion, you know, in his verses. And so I agree with everything he said on this track. Every single thing. And this track is powerful. There's a lot of pain and a lot of pent-up aggression in this track, and rightfully so, you know. I mean, it is traumatizing to be in that situation that he was in. You know, it's crazy. Track 3 is Uptown Vibes. Whoa! Oh, this is so sick. When that bass drops, it's tremendous. I love the horn. Let's go. I think this is the best beat so far. Yeah. Let's go.
We fly high, you know, talk is cheap, free Wi-Fi. Whoa! Heard that
crazy. I like the energy on this. This is dope. Yeah, so we got Uptown vibes. Really crazy Spanish feel to the track. Sorry guys, my throat's still messed up. My voice is like cracking every now and then. Yeah, it's got this really cool Spanish feel to the track. I'm loving the horns. I love when the beat drops. When they cut it out and it goes into that little reggaeton feel, I'm not feeling it too much, but when it never lasts too long and that bass just kicks right back in. So this is definitely my favorite beat so far. I'm loving the energy. I love the Spanish on it. I love the braggadocious, you know, talking about the girls and you know, it's a fun track. It's a track to just turn up to. So the next track is On Me featuring Cardi B. Oh shoot! Yo, Cardi's gonna go crazy on this. Oh my god! Put some respect on D-Ro's name. This hook isn't that strong, but the beat makes up for it. Yeah, the energy on that track is what's appealing to me. Cardi B's delivery is absolutely phenomenal. I personally don't really care that she doesn't write all her lyrics because I don't necessarily take her seriously as a lyricist. I just like her music, you know? It's just always energetic. Her delivery is always so emphatic and so awesome, and the beats always go so hard. It's just enjoyable to listen to. So it would be different if I respected her for her songwriting ability, but that's not really what I like about her. So her verse on this goes absolutely crazy. I knew it as soon as I heard this beat. She was gonna kill it. Meek Mill's verse was pretty dope too. Like I said at the end there, the hook isn't really that strong. It's not really the best part of this track. I think this track goes on a little too long. There was no reason to repeat the hook again towards the end 2 times. It's almost 4 minutes long, so I feel like it could have been a little shorter. Put it on in the car and just go crazy to it. That's definitely what this is for. So next track is What's Free featuring Rick Ross and Jay-Z.
With the beat, free is when the TV ain't controlling what we see.
Yeah.
So my niggas I need form J by 12, put a 12 on my feet. So my niggas I need you. Stay up, I know these times ain't true.
Money, I need a ladder by summer. AK shots, niggas ducking straight shots. Been a top dog, that's before the K dots.
Yeah.
No 6 with the people, you never been on the list. Mona Lisa to me ain't nothing but a bitch.
Hey. Okay. The sample, the Biggie sample, so dope.
They plotting like I track, or the billionaire from Marcy in the way they got my back. See how I prevailed and now they try to knock me back. Lock me in the cell for all them nights and I won't snap.
Dang.
Fix the system in the way that they designed it. I think they want me silent. Oh, say you can see. I don't feel like I'm free. Another day in the bin. I gotta hang from a string.
That's crazy.
My people march to the city.
In the land of the free where the blacks enslaved. 3/5 of a man, I believe's the phrase. I'm 50% of Duce and it's debt free. 100% of Ace of Spade, worth half a beat. That is my piece.
Yo.
In the title to bust it up with my G's. Most my niggas won't ever work together.
Yo, when Jay-Z starts talking numbers, when he starts talking numbers, it's a different kind of flex, because nobody compares to it.
I ain't one of these house niggas you bought. My house like a resort. My house bigger than yours, my spot. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Better pride than how that's free. Them the people stole the soul and hit niggas with 360s.
Yeah.
Got $1 billion streets, got $1 billion. It's like we both. They gonna have to kill me, grandmama. I'm not their slave.
Yeah.
Check out the bazaar. Rapping style used by me. The HOV, look at my hair free. Hairpiece. I survived.
Dang, dude.
Can't rob me. My account's so good, I'm practically living tax season, but I'm so free.
This is the greatest verse on this project.
I promise World War III.
That's the best track on this project. And that's the best verse on this project. Jay-Z. I have goosebumps, by the way. Jay-Z is legendary. That's what he is. He is absolutely insane. Rick Ross did his thing, Meek Mill did his thing, but this is Jay-Z's track. Everything they're talking about is so real, about how modern day slavery is what it is, and everything that it's like eye-opening, you know? I mean, it's crazy how enslaved we really are, and the more free we think we are, the more they trap us. It's crazy. It's crazy. They sell you this illusion that everything's okay and that you're alright and that you've got freedom and that you can make choices and decide how you want to live, but in reality, you're more enslaved than you've ever been. Really, really crazy. I love that track. Track 6 is Respect the Game. Oh, got the Dead Presidents.
Yeah, bad. Jumping out the Rolls truck with the tip tag. I'm getting money, I don't get mad. I'm down raining, I came out of the debt. Now it's champagne showers when we poppin' the shit. We the dollar fast and they trash. Nigga, don't chase hoes cause they come with the shadow. Man, girl, start acting bougie when he fuckin' with cheddar. The wolves, they gon' put you on the menu.
Yeah.
That's why I be with family and some boys that I've been to. If money determine loyalty, we cut you with a so. Niggas disappear quick as Lil Zane. You feeling yourself? I know you got a little lane. Never count your homie pockets thinking you deserve it.
That's so dope. Yeah, on that track, see, that's probably one of the better hooks on this project so far. I really enjoyed that. And, you know, talking about the game, you know, he's giving us a blueprint almost of what it's like, you know. I mean, save your money, don't splurge too much, don't trust the girls who are gold diggers, don't, you know, count your homies' pockets, thinking that you deserve it, you know, all that, because as soon as you fall on hard times, they forget about you, they leave you, you know, they treat you like you're worthless, and it's just basically a track where he gives us advice based on things that he's gone through, and so it's a dope track. Loving that sample. I know it's not sampling Dead Presidents, it's another sample that Dead Presidents also sampled, but that'll forever be the Dead Presidents sample to me. So yeah, great sample. The beat isn't really different from like the actual drum pattern is basically Meek Mill's drum pattern. Like I'm pretty sure it's just copy and paste almost on every single song. That's the way it feels to me. The drum pattern is always basically the same. It's what he's saying that really is the emphasis of the track. Splash warning. Featuring Future, Young Thug, and Roddy Ricch.
Money, big boss, and that Richie Millie, it don't TV, yeah. I just give away my look, that, yeah. I just skirt off, taco in a truck,
Nah.
Mama thought we had the fiends jumping at the spot, yeah. I was whipping that dope up like a pot of spaghetti.
This is trash.
Big boss, and that Richie
This is absolute garbage.
Cash out, okay. Only gon' fuck that bitch twice for ass fat. I wanna sleep in that pussy, that's a cat nap. Okay.
Get out of here.
Track that bitch.
Corny ass.
Down the blue and red like a cop car. Money on the bed, still ain't see what's the total. Heard it.
Yeah. No. Garbage. Garbage. Trash beat, trash deliveries from all of them. Garbage similes. You know, the comparisons that they make. That's a catnap. Diamonds blue and red like a cop car. Come on. You can do better. No, throw this track away. Track 8 is Championships. This project's already starting to feel long.
All the youngers in my hood popping perks now. Getting high to get by, it's getting worse now. You gotta tell them, put them, then I turn to a beast. The first time I seen a nigga get some blood on his sneaks, he had on MX 93s, but was slumped in the street. His mama crying at this son and me.
Man.
Oh Lord, I used to sell Reggie, then how I get to the Forbes. I'll take a shot if I'm drunk.
I'm loving this beat. The sample's awesome.
Now I'm locked up in the prison, calling mama like I should've did it. Watch my dream shatter in an instant. I'm on the vent, only one gon' give me commissary. Even body shot when it all fall down. I can't call y'all now. Oh, she know I'm crazy. When I drop that casket all on the ground, who gon' save me? How could you blame me when I'm trying to stay alive?
Nice. So it's a metaphor for like a playoff situation where you've got to beat other teams to get to the championship. And he's saying he beat the streets, the system, the poverty, the racism, and now they're at the championship. Again, the subject matter doesn't change. He talks about where he came from and where he is now. And dang, I used to sell drugs and now I'm on Forbes. And, you know, it's always the same thing with Meek Mill. So it gets tiring to listen to, but it's not a bad track, you know, that's the thing. It feels repetitive, the subject matter, but the beat's really good. The delivery is the same as always, and it's just an okay track. It's alright. I'm not mad at it. Next track is Going Bad, featuring Drake.
I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign shit running on diesel, dog. Playing with my nigga shit.
little dog, who's these? Yeah, to see the ball, so they sent me, dog. I just broke off with a 10-piece, dog. 10-piece.
I'm not liking this that much.
In the mall doesn't mean a bunch of niggas need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway.
I can feel like 80 rats in my Marys. Me and Drizzy back to back is getting scary.
Hey.
Known to keep the baddest bitches on commando. Every time I'm in my trap, I move like Rambo. That's the only thing I want for Christmas. I've been in my way out here, yeah, no, that's facts. You ain't got to ask me when you see me, no, I'm straight. DTOVO, we back again, going back.
Hey.
Little 10-piece for it just to blow it in the mall.
I think Meek Mill's verse was better. This chorus is cool. It's gonna grow on me, I think. I'm not liking the 808 in this beat. I feel like it could have been better. You know, my issue with this track is probably the 808. I think they should have used another one. I don't really like the sound of that one, you know? And again, I've mentioned before, I forget what video it was in, but I mentioned that I don't really like when people use just the 808 as the kick. I like when there's also a kick that punches, you know? Here, I think that was the biggest issue for me. I think Drake's verse was cool, you know? It's not awesome or really good or anything like that. It's just, it's cool. Then the hook is cool, and then Meek's verse is better. It's probably the better part of the track, and then we get another hook. It's not a bad track. I might go back to it, give it a couple more listens. It might grow on me a little bit, but I really don't like that 808, you know? That's really my biggest issue with this track. Other than that, I think a lot of people that aren't really looking for, you know, those very tiny specifics in the track, they're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. They're gonna like it a lot. Drake, you know, he always does numbers. So track 10 is Almost Slipped.
Let a bitch put mud on me.
Yeah.
So how can I trust you when all the rich niggas fuck you?
This is dope.
You a bad bitch.
Switching it up a little bit. Yeah, I like this.
But you was used to being average. Girl, that pussy had me like a zombie. I gotta pour out my feelings that's inside me. I haven't been fucking you slow. That's all fat, all stuff from the back. I still watch all the old videos. Try to save a bitch. Whoa. I ain't been cuffing on no hoes, I ain't gon' stop. Had to protect my wrist, protect my heart.
Yeah, you know, I like that there's a switch up in the direction of this project. I like that it sounds different. I like that, you know, it's smooth. I like the production on it. I don't know how I feel about Meek Mill with the auto-tune and kind of singing, but it doesn't sound terrible to me. It's cool, you know? It's another track that's just okay. But he's talking about his relationship with this girl and how he almost fell in love with her, discovered that she was a thought. You know, it just didn't work out between them, and you know, it's alright. It's not a bad track. Track 11 is Tic Tac Toe featuring Kodak Black.
I just did a bad bitch run. I just bought a new AP. About to get the bad bitch run. Nigga like the new Jay-Z. Pockets all fat bitch pun. I been going true with a Mac. Nigga, bust down, ain't no robbing me. I don't want my old bitch back. Shit, damn, but I still wanna fuck. I be overloaded with the drip. Shit might spill in my cup.
Hey, where's the kick? You know? It's just 808. It could be better.
Poppin' ass like tic-tac-toe. Sippin' ace and stay out of. Gotta care where I go. Don't come me by no hoe. Don't come me by no room.
Came to the block. Brand new saying the rock. I got a little designer cause I just been making them hot.
Yeah. Okay, so Kodak wasn't terrible on that track. You know, it was just the hook. The hook wasn't too long. So it was okay. It was an okay feature. Now, the production, again, I need that kick. I need the punchy kick, dude. I hate it when they just use the 808s as the kick. Some tracks can pull it off, like Lucid Dreams. That track pulls it off because that 808 does punch a little bit, but a lot of times it just doesn't sound as complete as it could, you know, to me. And I feel like this is just another track that's not great. It feels like he's taking a bunch of okay tracks and throwing them all together to put this out, when in reality he could have made this a project with 10 really cool songs and it would have been better, you know? It just feels like track after track after track I'm underwhelmed and it's starting to get repetitive, you know? And we're just over halfway through with this project, so we've still got like, what, this is track 11? We've still got 8 tracks to go, so I'm really hoping this starts to turn, you know, for the better, because if not, it's gonna be really tough to sit through these next tracks. Next track is 24/7 featuring LMA.
Yeah, call me in a moment. Tell me
Oh, she's killing it.
Forever in my heart, I won't forget about you. I be crushing you on Monday like it's Wednesday. A few more times when you hit back, I'm gonna respond. Tell me how you want it.
Nice. Keeping the verse nice and short. Right back into the hook. Perfect.
Treating you like every day your birthday. Them hoes ain't fucking with you on your worst day. I got you on a new level like with first say.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so like I said, it's cool that he's trying something different. This is a smooth track, you know, it's an R&B track, really. LMA kills the hook, she kills the bridge, you know, she's a fantastic singer. Meek keeps his verses short, you know. I think he did 12 bars for both verses. It's not too long. Just goes right back into the hook, you know. It feels a little long. The track is 3 minutes and 42 seconds, but it's not boring to listen to at a certain point, you know what I mean? It's a cool track, and it's definitely better than a lot of the ones that I've been hearing so far. Next is Oodles and Noodles Babies.
My daddy was living. I had a dream that I seen him a ghost. I used to end up when I went to school. Thought it was cool, but I really was hurt.
Beat is dope.
I ain't wanna go. Remember, I kissed my. It was hand me down. Who would think a nigga get a Grammy now? Got a black judge trying to tear me down.
Always the same subject matter, though. You know what I mean?
In the bathroom, choice, it was like this when I came out. What the fuck is you really complaining about? I know niggas that's never gonna make it out. The violence pursuing us. I ain't me guy yet.
This flow is nice.
It's just me and Lucifer. Look what they do to us. They know we in poverty. If you make it, you amazing. What up? See, I got a homie that's a billionaire, and I be trying to explain it to him like.
Yeah, it's real. It's a dope track, but the subject matter is the same though. See, the track isn't bad. You know, he's talking about struggles that are real and relevant to what's going on today, you know? But it's the way that he does it that's just so repetitive. He always does it the same way. My clothes used to be hand-me-downs, but who would say we'd be getting Grammys now? You know, stuff like that. Like, it's always, you know, it came from the gutter and now I'm here. And yeah, it's cool. Be proud of that. Yeah, I know it's tough seeing other people that you love in that situation and you want to write about it, but find a creative way to do it, you know? Don't just do it the same way over and over and over again. Still, though, the delivery is dope. The production is dope. It's a really soulful song. You can hear, again, a lot of the pain in his voice when he talks about things that are going wrong, but it's just the way that he's talking about the subject. I think this is the third or fourth time that he talks about the fact that the judge that put him in prison was black, you know? And it's like, come on, we get it, you know? Talk about something else. Track 14 is Pay You Back, featuring 21 Savage.
I got too much power, don't make me mad. I'm too rich to send a hit, you better be glad. Living or die, nigga, we trying to live. Had to sacrifice my life just for my mom and kids. Send a message to them with no mask. You don't wanna see my little nigga in your bag. You want some real rich niggas that'll get you wet. You ain't never fit no nigga with like really wet.
I come from the six where they kill straight. This got so many bodies, I call it charge, man. Straight up. We was trying to find a lick, y'all niggas was somewhere dancing.
21 killing it.
The same size as a pimple, straight up. We kill all the ops and then we fuck all they sisters. Shoot them with the 38 through the pillow. Wish I rapped in the 90s cause this 2K shit full of weirdos. Weirdo.
Get it back, I ain't beating about no dog. I can't find a bitch like Waldo. She was trying to buy the bitch all dope. Nigga, this that shit.
His similes are the worst. Yeah, you know what I'm starting to notice is that the highlight of all these tracks always end up being the features because Meek just sounds so repetitive. Like the fact that the feature might not even be that good. I liked the Kodak feature, and I never liked Kodak. Like I've never heard of Kodak anything that I liked. And that feature, I enjoyed it because it's like you start craving something different when you listen to a Meek Mill project. You start craving for a different sound, a different voice, a different flow, a different subject matter, to the point where almost any feature sounds better than Meek's actual verses, and I feel like that's what's happening here. 21, I don't think his verse was amazing, but it sounded so awesome coming after that Meek verse, because it just feels like I've been listening to that same verse for, what is this, like 14 tracks, you know? So it's like, yeah, come on, man. This album is too long. It's too long, it's got too many throwaway tracks on it, and it's like, I think Meek is capable of better, but at this point I'm starting to doubt that, you know? Because it feels like every project is the same. I'm gonna get hate for this video. I know I am. Oh, man. Track 15, 100 Summers. I can see the comment section for this video now, man. People can't handle a different opinion.
The reaper coming out and keep it on me. I told my mama I won't leave alone. Too much love to all my fans, cause I felt through all this rapping woe. I got homies that die young and I miss them, tell the truth. I feel like I let them down, and that's word to lose.
This is okay.
Deal with it.
It's alright. Not anymore. It's not okay. I don't like this. It's not terrible, but I just don't like it. Yeah, it's just not good. What the hell is this? Really? You guys like this? Listen to this. If I don't got no time for the hoe and I really like her, she'll get a wristwatch. Time wristwatch. That's not clever. That's a trash line. New Hermes flip-flops. That's your flex? Your flip-flops? Who's your WCW? That's the type of hose I screw? What? She stay on her knees like Kaepernick? Are you serious? Like, it's, you know what I think? And I'm gonna be real honest here because I'm fed up with this album right now. I'm like absolutely fed up. Meek Mill right now sounds like a SoundCloud rapper that made it, but sounds just like all the other SoundCloud rappers that didn't, you know? That's what I'm getting from this. He sounds no better than if I were to go on SoundCloud right now and choose any track from somebody that nobody knows. And he just happened to get lucky and make it. That's what this sounds like. That's what he's giving me right now. I'm so done with this album, dude. We still got 3 tracks. Blueface, crippin' it. I go all day, count them Benjamins. I'm rich, really is. You sick, syphilis. Who wrote this track? Who wrote this? Written by Seasick, Melly, and Meek Mill. It took 3 people to write this track? Seriously? This is garbage. That track sucked. That track was garbage. Track 17 is stuck in my ways. How many times on this project has he used this flow?
I'm getting top in the telly. It sound like she mama spaghetti. I ain't got a front, I give it.
This is just another mediocre track. Like, it's not bad, but it's just not good. Like, that's the thing, is that the song itself isn't trash. Like, if I were just put just this song on, like I haven't been listening to Meek for over an hour, if I were to just play this song, it would be cool to turn up to, you know? It'd just be a cool track. So it's not trash, but it's just not good. Like, it gives me no reason to say, hey, put on Stuck in My Ways by Meek Mill. I'll probably never say that in my life, except for that one time that I just said it. But like, no replayability, it's just mediocre. The beat sounds like a lot of the other beats he's used. The flows are all the same. There's no reason for this project, or for this track to be on this project. If you're a Meek Mill fan, it's totally cool. Like, just, I get it that it sucks to hear somebody not like your favorite artist, but like, it is what it is. It's just an opinion. Don't get in your feelings about it. Track 18 is dangerous.
You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, it's dangerous.
I've heard this. Oh. Okay, yeah. He dropped this before. I know this track. I've heard it. Alright, so as you all know, I don't react to tracks that I've already heard. It would just be disingenuous and fake with you guys. I've heard this track. I like this track a lot, actually, when he first dropped it, you know, on Legends of the Summer. I thought that this track was really cool. It was such an awesome change in direction for Meek Mill. Both Jeremiah and PNB Rock killed their parts on this track. I mean, just this whole vibe to this track is phenomenal. I see no reason for it to be on this album. seeing as he already released it on Legends of the Summer. Maybe he's trying to get plays from that track onto this album, I'm assuming. I assume he wants it to count, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know if that's how it works. Don't quote me on that, but I've listened to this. It's an awesome track. This album doesn't do this track justice. This track is really, really good. I really like this one. Track 19 is Cold Hearted 2. It's the last track. And then we'll get to the review, which I'm sure you all know how that's going to go. But yeah. Sampling The Weeknd? By the way, I don't know if you all know. You probably do if you follow The Weeknd. But he's in a really good relationship. And he's really happy. And he's in love. And I could not be happier for him. And I could not be more sad for the music industry. Because if he stays happy, he'll never drop another really, really good album again. Clearly, I'm just playing. It's really great that he's happy. It's just that a lot of his best songs were, you know, when he was hurting. But I always make that joke.
When it was time to stand up for me, see nobody stood. And I was looking at you niggas, all the ones I fed.
This beat is awesome. The sample is awesome. He's just not doing this beat justice. He's flowing like he has this entire project.
When the pressure come, it was beat. I had to tell niggas you better come. Sister said they getting over, it's like you letting them. Used to be my dog, you was on my left titty. Scream ride or die, I thought you would ride with me. Found out you were jealous, you won't even grind with me.
Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. Is he trying to say he was in his heart? What does that even mean? You were in my left titty. And why would you say it like that? What the hell's wrong with Meek Mill, man? Honestly.
Think about a nigga calling my baby mama to pick my son up to take him to the movies. Go play basketball while I'm going.
Alright, yeah, like I said, the beat, fantastic. He doesn't do it justice on that track. This album is a 5 out of 10. And I'm gonna say it's a 5, and because I'm not gonna say that it's worse than that, because like I said, a lot of these tracks aren't bad. It suffers from the Scorpion effect, where the tracks aren't bad. Like, the tracks alone, they're good, they're okay, they're not terrible. But when you put 19 of them together on a project like this, none of them are impressive. They all sound similar to each other. The flows are all similar, the beats all kind of sound the same. So it gets really repetitive and boring and not really fun to listen to. You lose interest in what you're saying, you lose interest in listening to the music. It's too long, a lot of the tracks are too long, the album is for sure too long. And yeah, it's just underwhelming, repetitive. It's not a good project, honestly. I don't want to go back and listen to this again. I'm kind of upset that I have to listen to it again while I edit the video. But honestly, the only reason that I'm still making this video is because I'm too invested in it at this point. If I had known that this project was going to be like this before I recorded, I wouldn't have made the video. It doesn't warrant a reaction or a review, but that's just my opinion. Look, if you're a Meek fan and you like his music, awesome for you. You just got 19 new tracks. I'm happy for you. Me personally, I'm discouraged from ever listening to a Meek project again, because lately it's just been that way with him. He's been on a really underwhelming streak of just repetitiveness and not impressing me, you know. He doesn't seem to show any evolution to me, so that's just my take on this album. Still though, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more reviews of your other favorite projects. My social media is on screen if you want to follow me, if you want to become a supporter on Patreon. The link is in the description. Thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon. You are absolutely the backbone of this channel and the reason I'm able to make these videos for you guys. So I really appreciate you all, and I'll be back very soon. I'm going to be recording a lot of videos this weekend, so I'll be back sooner than you think. Peace.